Hi, and welcome to Tuesday Talk. This week we're going to be talking about inspiration, where you find it, and also what colors you choose and how you go about that process. So in our channel membership, I ask for direction for subjects for our Tuesday Talk. And this week's suggestion was from Jenna Wellborn, and she is the owner of Junk Princess Antique and Refinished Furniture. So you should check her page out on Facebook. And thanks for the idea, or thanks for the inspiration, Jenna. So specifically, Jenna asked, how do you pick paints and designs for your pieces? So I call that inspiration. But the inspiration, I feel, comes from different places. One is kind of imitation. So they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And, I'm not sick. I'm suffering from allergies. I don't know whether anybody else is having spring allergy symptoms, but boy, I sure am. So I've been really congested. So anyway, to get back on the subject, inspiration. Despite the allergies, spring is inspiring. There's just different places all over the place that you can get your ideas from. So we do a lot of YouTube challenges with other YouTubers on my channel and lots of other YouTubers. So what there is the challenge. So for instance, coming up is the Bold and Bright Challenge, the Unique Antique Challenge, and that is hosted by Crystal from Crafty Creech and also co-hosted by Twitch from Creep Designs by Twitch. So right there, you're looking for something that's bold. So I am going to show you a sneak peek and show you how I got inspired for my color story in that particular piece. And then last week I did a double decker on Saturday on my step-by-step, and I did two pieces. I finished up one and then pretty much did the other one in its entirety. So one of them was inspired by a photo that was taken by Jen at so many places to remember sometimes, but Copper Cactus DIY. And, I'll give you all these links in the description box. But she took a beautiful photo while she was out walking in Phoenix, Arizona. And that just inspired me to do the color story for the vanity that I did last week. And then Lel and Marty from Made by Marley. Also, they sell they create decoupage paper and market it. And Lel offered me to try some of her beautiful decoupage paper, which I accepted, and of course, and there was a fortune teller one, so it had 3 sheets in it. And I thought that was cool because I happened to have a a buffet in my inventory that I thought would be absolutely perfect for it. So I'll show you a little bit of that as well and how I arrived at choosing the colors to coordinate. But basically in that situation, the paper dictated my color choices, as did the inspiration from Jen's picture, although I was really liberal with that. Just basically used suggestions of the colors that I wanted to. And right now I'm going to be working on a project for a client. And to tell you a little story, I did her kitchen in her home. I paint kitchen cabinets and did some other design work and painted some other furniture for her. And then unfortunately, her home burnt down. It was very sad, and they lost their dog, and it was very sad. One of the things that she really loved was a pantry door. So I did another one of those for her in her newly rebuilt home. And now she has asked me to do a mailbox for her. So one of the pieces that burnt, I did a video on, and I'm going to post that video. But when she gave me the mailbox, she said, just think about that table, and that's what I want. So I'm going to show you some clips from the video, and the new home is a gray color, so I'm going to look to that piece and use inspiration from it to do the mailbox.
So, first things first, the bright and bold challenge. I keep calling it bold and bright. Bright and bold. So, I am working on that piece, and I'll show you a little sneak peek of my color choices. So, I'm going to be doing this enamel table. That is one of the leaves from the table. What you don't see is that the outside is done in this bright orange. This is the original color scheme, and it inspired me. So I pulled my colors from that palette. Since then, things have changed just a tad because I introduced some fabric that I'm going to be covering the chairs with. So I might tweak it a little bit and swap out the mermaid tail for the navy. And, we'll see how that goes. So I'm pretty excited about this piece, and I just love the bright and boldness of it. So here's that photo that Jen from Copper Cactus took. And here's what inspired me. So I had this piece and that inlay and the handles, all of it said desert to me, and her picture was just very timely. So this is how I interpreted that photo on this vanity. It had a sister, and this is it, and I did that for a different challenge, for the Spring Clean Challenge that Sab's Rehabs hosted. And that same inlay on there also inspired Moroccan to me. So I had those handles, and so those choices were made based on that. I used stamps and inlays and stencils, all that gave me that Moroccan vibe. Here's that gorgeous fortune teller paper from Made by Marley. Here the paper dictated my color choices. If you have a retailer by you, or you're a retailer and you can get a fan deck with colors, do it. It's just so much easier to match colors right next to the paper when you get that opportunity. And the fan deck gives you like what the color really looks like. So I recommend that. And here's that mailbox that I'm working on. That's how it turned out, and I'll show you what my inspiration was. Here's the original table that I did for her. When she dropped off the mailbox, she said, "Remember the table? Think that." On the table, I used decoupage and all sorts of different things. But for this mailbox, I had to keep in mind that it had to be weatherproof, so I could only use stencils. So sometimes when it's client work, that helps you decide your choices, and also things like weather. So you can help decide what I talk about on Tuesday Talk, and it's just as easy as hitting the join button. It's only 99 cents a month, and we have all kinds of fun. Thanks so much for watching today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It's free to subscribe. Just click that button and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss anything. Visit us at lavintagedecor.company. On Instagram, we're LaVintage Decor, and on Facebook, we're LaVintage Decor Altoona. Stay well.